Welcome back to Desert Garage. I'm Richard, and we are back today once again with the 97 Ford F-150. I thought it was going to be a little different. You know, I didn't think we were going to be coming back and doing a new video, honestly. But, unfortunately, we are. So, let me show you today what we're going to be doing. So what we're going to be doing today is transmission filter, transmission fluid. And to give you all a little recap, remember when we got this truck, we ended up having to put a new battery, and we put a new throttle position sensor on it, and we ended up having to put a helicoil in this because remember it blew the spark plug out. So the helicoil's been holding up just perfect, and so we've got her jacked up today because we are still having that intermediate shifting issue from first to second where it just doesn't want to do it. And I have this on Facebook Marketplace right now, and I've had a lot of hits on it, and so I want to try everything I can to get this actually fixed. Now, I'm not going to bore y'all with the details of taking out each and individual bolt out of the transmission pan. So, we're just going to, I'm going to show y'all what to do. Most of y'all know how to take off, take off a transmission pan anyway. So, I'm just going to show y'all exactly what we're going to be doing. And then I will pull it out because it's going to be a mess. I already know it is under here. Let me get you all under here real quick. Okay. There's a transmission pan. You can see it's kicked in mud and whatnot. And, well, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a bloodbath, but I got this thing up on jack stands, so we're going to go ahead and we'll get that drop down, and then I'll come back and show you. I mean, the fluid doesn't look bad, but I'll be showing you what the bottom of the pan looks like. Now, I did find something in here that's a little concerning. Oh, now if I can find it again. I found a wire. It had like it had a pinch in it or something. Yeah, right here. See? Right here. I mean, the wire looks like it's a little funked up, but I don't know if it's the wire for those flashing lights or not. And then, of course, all these wires are outside of this, which I'm going to have to try to put all that back together because I do not like this. And this could be actually a part of our problem with the shifting. I don't know. Like I said, I kind of looked through them once, and it didn't look too terribly bad, but you know, I don't want to take no chances, so we're gonna have to see if we can feed these back in here and go from there. If we find any wires that are like broken or whatever, we'll fix them. We'll retape them back together after we get done with the transmission, of course. So I'm gonna take, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back. We finally got this transmission pan down off the automatic transmission. Someone used an old cork gasket, which those are a lot better to use, but they're harder to get out the pan. And someone glued the gasket to the fan and then put RTV on top of the gasket and glued it to the transmission. So it really took a little bit, but I mean, the pan does not look bad. You know, if you look in here, there's not much stuff up there. And if you come underneath, I've been literally like screwing with this for like 30 minutes now. That's why I couldn't bear to put y'all through that torture. So Let me see if I can get y'all underneath here again and show y'all the transmission here. I did not make a mess all over, surprisingly. I mean, I don't know how well you can all see this, but I mean the transmission, everything in the transmission doesn't look bad. But I mean, there are some wires kind of dangling down, like right here, which is kind of weird to me, but you know, we'll try to put those back up. But otherwise, I mean, it really doesn't look too bad up there. But we're gonna have to get busy and get cleaning on everything here. Try to get that old gasket off. So, alright. But we almost got it ready to go. And as soon as I get this new filter on, it doesn't bolt in. This is actually what holds it in to place. So once we get the new filter in, get the pan all cleaned up, new gasket. I'm gonna glue the gasket to the pan. It's a rubber gasket, but it'll be fine. And you always gotta watch out, because these pans are easy to tweak. You can warp these pans. So I've never actually glued the transmission pan to the transmission. I've always just taken and glued the gasket to the pan, let it dry for a little bit, put it up in there, and then taken, you want to do all these in sequence. Like a lot of times I'll do the side ones here, like I'll do one over here and then one over here, here, and so on and so forth. And I just lightly tighten them. You don't want to put a lot into them, because you will. You'll warp this pan, and then you'll have all kinds of leaks. The pan is a little warped, the lip. So which kind of has me a little concerned, especially right there. It is definitely a little tweaked, and that's got me concerned. But we'll see what happens. I may put a little RTV on this back corner. I don't know. I don't like doing that. But we'll just try to bend it out. So I go to town. I gotta get a few things. What else? Few things? I mean, I get cigarettes. So we will be right back. All right, we're back. So let's go and throw some fluid in here. This thing has fought me tooth and nail, but hopefully the pan won't leak, because it's like really warped. But pour a little bit in there, start her up, so that way she's not dry. But yeah, that pan is warped, and it fought me. Okay. I just don't know how much fluid it takes to fill the pan back up. So we're going to add about half of this in here. And we're going to let her run for just a little bit here. get her up to temperature. I want to take a look inside the bed there. But the hardest thing was getting the gasket off the filter, because, well, there's a gasket that actually goes on the filter, and it's like a rubber O-ring, but it's wide, and that got stuck actually up in the filter. So fishing that out of transmission was fun, but it goes right around here, and this is what keeps it in, because there ain't no bolts. Now the filter looks horrible on the ends, and I emptied more fluid came out of that filter than anything. I mean, it's just, when I took and looked right in here, I mean, it was like kind of black coming out of there. But hopefully the transmission doesn't leak. I got it up on jack stands still, so it'd be level. But yeah, this whole thing was just a pain. I've done a lot of transmissions. Of course, you know, with it being up for sale, I get the common question, well, why did you change the transmission fluid? Well, it's got to be done every so many miles. I've actually talked to people that I had this car for 25 years and I never took and changed the transmission in it, the fluid. I'm like, yeah, that's why your transmission's going out. So, I got a lot of people hitting on this. Here, go back up. I got a lot of people hitting on this truck, and I just want to be able to make sure it's safe. I'm hoping it'll start shifting with no problem, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm not sure how much transmission fluid the pan holds. I got a 5-quart jug, and I put about half of that in so far. So, and then we're just gonna let it sit here and run. But I mean, it's been a pretty good old truck. I haven't driven it since the transmission issue. But I mean, it's not a bad old truck. Really not. I got to put this cover back on down there. But I looked at those wires, and the wire that I saw was messed up was actually the continuation of this one. So I'm not even going to worry about that. I do need to take and try to put them in the thing. Get that plastic thing put around them is what I need to try to do. I mean, this is a good solid truck though. Hopefully it'll shift like it's supposed to now. I don't know. Gotta be a little rough with the tailgate. Alright, it's coming up to temperature pretty decent. Idling real smooth. And let's see if we can get all this fucking wiring mess in here. Pardon me, all this wiring mess. God dang it. This really ain't good. Golly. Oh man, what the hell? I don't know if you all can see this, but this is a mess. See? All these wires are just hanging out here. They're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be inside here. And they're not. Now the good thing is, I don't see no leaks on the transmission pan. That's a good thing. So I'm gonna set y'all right here for just a minute. See if we can tuck some of these wires up in here, or I may just have to do this another day. Because this is like a serious, there's a bundle of dang wires here, man. I'm telling you, it's a pain in the ass. Put them all back in here. I don't know what. I guess when they ran the lights, they just found this main harness and ran that one wire through here. And of course, instead of putting it back in, they just like, oh, it's good enough. I'll do it later. Okay. Because that is just going to take forever to do. I mean, that is going to take absolutely forever to do, so go ahead. But, I mean, typically, a transmission filter should not take, I've been working on it over an hour, like way over an hour. Of course, I did have to go get me some cigarettes and then something to drink and a little snack. Oh yeah, we got a lot to go. So, of course, I count myself washing my hands like 14,000 times already. But I hope this is going to be the last bit of work on this truck. I mean, I haven't done a lot to it, considering. I mean, I've put over 1,000 miles on it since I bought it. So, I mean, 1,000 miles on a truck that I paid $600 for, you know, and got shit. I got, what, 40 in the helicoil. Actual money for the transmission service, $37. The biggest ticket item was the battery. Battery is I mean, it's a number start from Walmart, but that was $75. So, I mean, I put a little bit into it, but the good news is I didn't spill much transmission fluid. One good thing. I mean, I didn't spill much at all. Normally I wear that shit. So we're going to add a little bit more. It's not really up to temperature, but it's getting close. Yeah, there's a gallon, which is about 5 quarts. And of course, my dirty hands got all down the side of this thing. Good old grease marks all over it. But yeah, a lot of people don't service transmissions. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to people and they're like, transmission went out, so I'm going to go ahead and sell it. Well, when you pull the dipstick out and the fluid's black, you know, that ain't supposed to be like that. So, I love working on vehicles. I really do. And, I mean, I enjoy it. Always have. The arthritis in my hands don't really like me enjoying much. But, I I do enjoy it. It's still fun. You know, so, oh shit, I got tools underneath the damn truck. Son of a... Golly. Almost forgot my damn tools under the truck. I was gonna... Yeah, I got a lot of painting I gotta do in my house. And I'll do that today. Because I've been stuck underneath this truck since this morning. So, that being said, I mean, at least it's done. I hope it shifts better than what it has been. Because she's not been very happy. Still got it underneath the jack stands because I want it to be completely level. I still don't see no leaks on the pan, so I actually went through and I did that the right way and didn't over tighten it, but I also didn't put a mess of RTV around the pan going up the transmission, and that pan was really difficult to get off. I mean, it was really, really difficult. I had to get in there with a screwdriver and hammer and golly. It was a mess. But, yeah, it was a holy mess. But we finally got it. We're just trying again. I hope this thing don't take much more than a gallon of fluid, though. Good Lord. Last I did it on an F150 04, and I do not remember how much fluid it actually took to fill it back up. As I get my smart box here and look it up real quick. Yeah, I have indeed been working on this since 11 o'clock, and it is 1:52 right now. Let's see, let's look this up real quick. Whoops, 1976. Damn. Well, crying in the mud, I can't spell. Okay. Ford F-150 transmission pan how would I say that? Transmission pan capacity. There we go. Knew I figured that out. It's a 4.5 to 5 quarts of fluid, depending on the transmission. So, well, we actually bought the right type of ATF for it. 5-quart initial fill. Oh, this thing holds 13.9 quarts total. Oh my God. All right. Well, I guess we'll add some more in it, because it says 4.5 to 5 quarts for most Ford transmissions. So we dumped 5 quarts into it so far. So hopefully that kind of does the trick. I gotta set her down and make sure she'll drive. Oh, I got more ATF right here just in case we need it. Thank goodness on that. It's not really up to much operating temperature at this moment. I hate these buzzards. Well, she's close. Almost halfway up. This truck actually runs really cool. It doesn't really get quite in the middle when it's warmed up, which is kind of nice, but I mean, the heater works and doesn't overheat. That's one good thing. I just couldn't bore y'all with the whole process of trying to get that stupid pan off and everything else. So, well, we are just a pinch over full. I mean, not even a half a quart over. So, I mean, I think that'll be okay. I think it will. Now we just gotta get this thing down. But we'll be right back. We're gonna go get ready and take it for a drive here in just a minute. Be right back. Oh, the e-brake's on. Alright. Let's kick this into turbo mode here for just a few and enjoy the show. Thank you. Well, I think we're cool that good. It shifts. It doesn't like to out of first gear, but it does shift. It doesn't do that all the time, so we'll just take and call that a win, I guess. So, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Until the next one, we'll see y'all later. Bye.